welcome to my channel today. I'm Tara with Pieces of Tara Artistry. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be doing a pearl pour with a Dutch pour through it. On this one, I'm prepping my edges here, and this is the white satin enamel base coat recipe, so that's the one I'm using for the white, and then this is the colored satin enamel base recipe. This color here is kind of a blue-gray. It actually is the scrapings of my last two pearl paintings. So if you guys have been following me, you saw the last two paintings. I just scraped up my drips, put them in a little tub, and saved them over. And this is what I'm using for this one. I do strain my drips, so if you want to see how I do that, I do have a video I will link in the description below, as well as above here. And then I do also have two videos on mixing my paints. Here's the Dutch pour puddle paint recipe that I'm going to be using for these pour over colors. But like I was saying, I do have tutorials on how I mix my colored pearl cells as well as just the white pearl cells, so that is also in the description box below. And then I do have a video on how I mix my pigments. So you just saw I put TLP, Lakeside, and Parakeet on there, and I was having troubles with them not disappearing in a Dutch pour because of the thin consistency. So I went to work and tried to figure out a way to make sure that I don't lose them, and my method works really well. So if you want to check that out, there is a video tutorial on that as well. I will link in the description box. So I did all of these colors. I did them dark to light on the right side, and then I did light to dark on the left side. I just wanted to see how they would, how it would be different. So you'll see here I've got the Fluid Art Experience website. I will be teaching this technique at the Fluid Art Experience in November the 17th through the 19th. It's a good time. There's entertainment and the classes, 9 different artists, and we will all be teaching techniques that are near and dear to our hearts. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. There will be lunch options at this one that were not available at the last one, so that's another positive to this time around. And yeah, it's really is such a great time, and I promise you that you will not regret it at all. I know that it is kind of an investment, but everybody that I talked to from the last one just said what a great time, really valuable experience and information that everybody was able to take away from it. I know personally in my classes, I do give recipe cards, I do have giveaways. I will take you individually if you want, and I will help you through each of these techniques, including guiding your hands using the hair dryer or tilting, or I do check all consistencies because that's really one of the things that people have the most trouble with is the consistency, and I know that that is the problem that the majority of the people that took my classes in July had issues with. They just couldn't believe that they would need as much water and to thin things down as they did need. So I encourage you, if you're able to invest in this wonderful opportunity, and if not, hey, keep watching on YouTube. I mean, we give all the same tutorials here on YouTube as I give in my classes, but you know, that one-on-one help, it really does make a big difference. So yeah, I was kind of looking at this one, and in my puddles, my lines kind of didn't blend on that left side, so I just went in with my spatula and kind of made some little wispies here and there. But there's that center section that's kind of swoopy there. It's kind of blank, and I wasn't a super fan of that. So I did decide to do a Dutch pour through that portion. It's a great thing about playing with these paints is if you see a part that you're not a fan of, do something about it. You know, have fun, throw some paint down. If you don't like it, throw some paint over top of it. And you know, there may be opportunities where you just need to scrape. So I was trying to bring some of that parakeet into that section, that upper section. So I just added in a little bit of it and blew it out a little bit. So yeah, and I'm really glad because that turned out really pretty. Now here's where I start with the Dutch pour portion, and you'll see that I'm gonna go ahead and blow this out after I lay all the colors down. So I am gonna let you guys watch the rest of this, put some music to it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I welcome all questions. I will read and reply to every single comment. It might take me a couple days sometimes to get to you, but I will absolutely respond. And especially if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask. I am always happy to help out in any way that I possibly can. I do one-on-one tutorials on Zoom if for some reason you can't make it to Dallas or to one of these fluid art experiences or these paint conventions. I do one-on-one tutorials over Zoom. That option is on my website, piecesofterraartistry.com, if you are interested in it, or you can email me at info@piecesofterraartistry.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This one will be available at the Fluid Art Experience for sale. It will be framed, and the frame is coming in this week. So I'm excited to show this one at the Fluid Art Experience gallery. And if you've been watching also the paintings, the last three paintings that I've shown you so far, they have all been in the same color palette. So I've just been trying some different things out with this color palette. I really love it. I think it's super pretty, and I've learned a lot and just how these different paints with the different techniques, how they respond. And so I encourage you guys just to experiment, play around, even with the same color palette or leftovers, thinning them down, thickening them up, because that's what I've been doing just to see what would happen. So yeah, I'll let you guys continue watching, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Stick around for the wet and the dry results at the end. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Bye.